What do you want me to say? I don't know if I'm going to be able to tell you everything that you think that you want to hear. Because the truth of it is, I don't know what it is that makes them so good. Quite frankly, I don't know what it is that makes some of them so bad. But I do know this. It's either a hit or a miss. There are very few occasions where something like this can be just okay. You're either good at it or you're not. I'm only going to say one more thing. When it comes to mobster movies, maybe some of them are going to be good. Maybe some of them aren't going to be bad. But maybe some of them should go and fuck themselves.
What's up, everybody? Johnny Be Good here with Johnny's Be Good Reviews, and this is my first review ever over Black Mass. Now, I gotta tell you, when this movie first came out, I was so excited for it. Finally a role where Johnny Depp isn't Mr. Crazy Man, and maybe I'm drunk, and Johnny Depp was awesome as James Whitey Bulger. He was James Whitey Bulger. With that said, the movie was a little disappointing. This movie is directed and produced by Scott Cooper. It stars Corey Stoll, Adam Scott, Kevin Bacon, Jesse Plemons, Dakota Johnson, Benedict Cumberbatch, Joel Edgerton, and of course, Johnny Depp. Black Mass tells the true story of James Whitey Bulger, the brother of a South Boston state senator, and the alliance they form with their lifelong friend John Connolly. As an FBI informant, Bulger uses the FBI to take down a mafia family invading his turf, and in doing so, is able to become one of the most violent, notorious gangsters in South Boston history. Now, it may have been that I was comparing it to previous mobster movies that I had seen in the past, and it just didn't compare to me. Or it could be the fact that I may have over-anticipated this movie a little bit due to recently I was in the hospital for the past week and dealing with what I was dealing with and not knowing if I was going to be able to get out in time to see the movie, all that stuff. And then when I finally did get to see the movie, got out on the day that it came out, and my good friend Jimmy Fortner paid my way in to get to watch the movie, so thank you, Jimmy, for doing that. But it's such a dark, dark movie that by the end of it, you really don't know how to feel. Given that it has an amazing cast full of amazing actors, it's just, there's not really a said hero or good guy, so you don't really have anyone that you're rooting for, and you know what's going to happen at the end. So after all of this dark, gritty, gory, violent things happen throughout the entire movie, you know what's going to happen at the end. So it just left me kind of... One of the main things I look for in a mobster movie is a good soundtrack. And while I was waiting to hear... that didn't happen in this movie. I used to love that song, and I've grown to hate it because it's everywhere. This was an Irish mob, so I was expecting to hear Irish music. Instead, we got this jazzy, bluesy kind of music in the beginning. And with it being a dark and gritty movie, it worked. I liked it a lot. But it was just in the beginning that they played that. The rest of the time, the music was as if, don't get me wrong, a lot of people die in this movie, but the music was as if someone had died, and it was just really dark and ominous, and you just feel down the whole time. You just feel down the whole movie. It's just bang, punch, beating the shit out of people, and you just feel down. Johnny Depp's awesome though. Jesse Plemons, I hated him in Breaking Bad, but I hated him for very good reasons. He is an amazing actor, and he did an amazing job in this movie. Dakota Johnson. The only thing I knew her of is 50 Shades of Grey, and no, I have not watched that. Probably won't ever watch that. But she was so good in this movie. There was a scene in this, and she just had me so choked up with what they're talking about. I won't give away anything for people that haven't seen it, but it's a very sad moment in the movie, and she hits you. She hits you with it. Joel Edgerton. I haven't seen him in anything really. I've been a little behind with my movies lately, but he was great in this movie. I mean, honestly, if there was a good guy, and again, there wasn't really, it would have had to have been him. But he did a fantastic job. But Johnny Depp, oh my God, did I love him as James Whitey Bulger. When I looked at this character, I did not see Johnny Depp. I was looking at James Whitey Bulger. He was so cruel and gross and just in your face and violent, and just, that isn't Johnny Depp. That's not Johnny Depp. We know, everyone knows who Johnny Depp is, and everyone loves Johnny Depp. So to see him take on a role like this and behave like that and everything, it was just so awesome, and such a change for him. And just, if I would say anything, that is the best part of this movie, is Johnny Depp's role as James Whitey Bulger, by far. My favorite role of his in his career yet. What makes this movie worth watching is its good camera work, amazing cast full of amazing actors, and a phenomenal job by Johnny Depp. I would also like to point out that this is Scott Cooper's third movie that he's ever directed and produced. So that's pretty awesome, considering that although it wasn't the best movie, it was by no means a bad movie. Lastly, I would like to say that if I was going to call this a good mobster movie, I would be saying it in a way that's, this is the darkest mobster movie I've ever seen. As some of you may know, I've been in the hospital for the past week dealing with some medical issues, resting up a bit, but they are being dealt with, and I definitely feel a lot better. And I'm hoping now that everything's done, I can bring you guys a lot more reviews. And I think the next one or ones I will be taking on will be the first season of Narcos, the second season of Peaky Blinders, and the new Tom Hardy movie, Legend. So be looking for those very soon. I'd like to personally thank my good friend Jimmy Fortner for paying my way in to see this movie the day it came out and the day I got out of the hospital. Thank you very much, Jimmy. Like, subscribe, and comment at the bottom. Tell me what you thought of the movie. Tell me if you liked it. Tell me if you hated it. Tell me if this movie should go and fuck it. Overall, what did I think of the movie? Maybe Black Mass wasn't bad. Thank you guys so much for watching. One more time. Thank you guys so much for watching and bearing through it with me. It's my first review, so you gotta cut me a little bit of slack, but I hope you enjoyed it. And until next time, I am Johnny Be Good with Johnny's Be Good Reviews, and let's hope the next movie will be good. Boom!